Alrighty, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video on this Saturday evening, well, late Saturday afternoon I guess, now the sun's going down here in the Northeast in the New York area. So, happy Saturday, late Saturday afternoon, early Saturday evening to you all. Thank you for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down there in the basement, known as the description box below, on this channel, and like I said, all my other channels. Show me your love and support. You leave a comment if you wish, but if you're going to leave stupid comments, you're going to get blocked. If you don't like that, you need help, and it's that. Follow me on social media as well. If you're not real, you're going to get blocked there. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Show your love and support there. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and fucking slap that bell. I think we all know what to do with it. And if you don't, you should know. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. And if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's pretty much it for that. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Hit the bell to get more. Because if you don't hit that bell, then it is pretty much what it is, and that's that. If you do hear a horn, my neighbor's being an asshole, so I can't do anything about it. And I'm not gonna restart the video. So if you hear a horn, you hear a weird singing horn, it's the neighbors being weird, as always. But what are you gonna do? You know, sometimes they have some of their friends come over, and then, the blah, 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 honk their stupid horn, and be obnoxious sometimes, but, I'm pretty normal and friendly with all my neighbors on my block, so, I don't really talk to most of them, because me and Rose are kind of like we're private people, and we'll talk to the neighbors here and there, but we just like to keep our things private, so. But, want to do our own thing. We don't want to worry about what the neighbors do in their lives. We don't care, but, but every once in a while we'll talk to the neighbors here and there if we see them. We just say hi, how's it going? Maybe have a little bit of a conversation, but not too much. Unless we're rushing to somewhere, but most of the time, if we're just going out for a walk, we see the neighbors, we'll talk to them for a little bit. But other than that, like I said, if you do hear a really bad sounding horn, don't blame me. It's just the neighbors being dumb. And we move on with that. Alright, anyway, happy Saturday evening to you all. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Tomorrow, the end of the week, end of the weekend, and we're 9 days away from Christmas and the greatest day in the world. So, hopefully everybody's getting their Christmas shopping done, because if you do it next week, you're going to be there for a while. I mean a while, unless you get there really early. Like, as soon as the mall opens, or some of the retail stores open. And for all you people that work in retail, all these stores, I mean, and they batten down the hatches, because pretty much in 15 days, and we got 2 weeks left. So it's going to be really busy this weekend, next weekend, the following weekend, which is New Year's Eve weekend. So between now and the end of the year, it's going to be really busy, but, don't get stressed out. Just take each hour of your shift as it comes, and, you get a break at least, when you go on break, you just, de-stress, eat your lunch or your dinner or whatever you're doing, have a nice little beverage, just chill out, don't worry about anything, and then once you get back to work, whatever amount of time you have left on your shift, you'll get through it, just take it slow, and everything will be fine. And if you can't handle that, you shouldn't be in retail. I'm just saying, I know about that from experience. was I worked on the holidays, and I hated. I hated working on Easter. I hated working on Thanksgiving. I even hated working on my birthday. But I only worked one birthday when I was working in retail. I only worked one time during the three and a half years I worked in retail. I only worked one time on my birthday, and I wanted off and I couldn't get off. But I got off on Christmas, so. But mostly Christmas I would have to work, and then some days I would even work on New Year's Eve. But there's days I worked on New Year's Eve not until midnight, but I worked kind of close to midnight, but that day's a pain in the ass. I mean, if you work at a retail store or a liquor store, all these people are going to be coming in, getting liquor, and, all the idiots coming to steal liquor. So, just be safe, and, just in case something weird and serious might happen, like they steal liquor. I mean, what are you going to do? You don't go after them. I mean, I know the company will lose money and everything, but I don't condone all that shit. But don't go after them, because God forbid, they have a gun, or they have, a knife or whatever. You don't want to seriously get hurt, and you're in the hospital, or possibly get seriously hurt and die right around the holidays, and that's not fun. So, if something like that happens, let the managers or the security guards, if the store you're working at has a security guard, let them handle it. Just try to stay safe and get out of the way. But I mean, it is what it is. I didn't have to deal with any of that crap. Thankfully, my three and a half years never had a really serious issue. But my supervisors did. One guy almost got put in the hospital. Not seriously put in the hospital, but, he got roughed up a little bit, and he was out for a couple of days, but he was fine. And, I went in for a shift. My other supervisor showed me the video. I'm like, damn, good thing I wasn't working that day. I mean, if I had to, I would try to, help out my supervisor, my manager, or whatever. But, it was like 3 on 1. I'm like, do I really need the help? And there's no security guard. You're screwed. You're basically screwed. So, you could try to squash the situation by, pushing them around. They come at you, you try to defend yourself, but, God forbid they have a gun, they're like, alright, get out of here. You don't want anything bad to happen, but anyway, to all you, people that work in retail, I feel for you, but you'll get through it, and pretty much after New Year's Day, it'll start calming down. But then again, with the New Year's Eve sales, and not the New Year's Eve sale, after the New Year, all the returns are going to come in, it's not going to be fun, and then everything's going to be like 75% off, all the clearance items are going to be, all that shit, but, that's the way it is during the holidays, my friends, that's the way it is. And, retail isn't for everybody. People, there's a lot of people I know that worked in retail for 20 years. It's crazy. I'm like, don't you want to do something else? But in any case, you're making a good living, keep going. But it is what it is. Alright, enough about that bull funky. But hope everybody has a great weekend. And next weekend is the greatest weekend in the world, personally for me. But it's Christmas weekend next week. And hope everybody has a great and happy Christmas Day, a great holiday season, and a happy New Year as well. And pretty much in 2 weeks, we'll be talking about the New Year and what's going to happen with that. And we move on with that. So I'm going to be here for the next couple weeks and just doing videos regarding wrestling and stuff like that. Just being me, and that's pretty much it. But as we close, I already put up a community post about this. As we end 2023, the next 15 days, I'm pretty much gonna be chill and just do the videos I feel like doing, and not worrying about what douchebags on this website have to say about me. I really don't personally care anymore with videos and comments. I mean, going on people's comments, leaving the same goddamn comment, spamming their people's freaking comments with BS. I mean, some of you people need help, and I hope you get blocked on those channels. I mean, not that it's gonna matter because these people have no lives and they're gonna come back with another one of their 6 million accounts. These people need to freaking get a life. Seriously, if you have a major obsession with me, you personally need to examine yourself. Because I have no time for that. I got better things to do than go back and forth with a bunch of 20, 30-year-old nobodies. But that's what they are, nobodies. They don't mean nothing to me. I mean, all they can do is, talk about me on their channels and everything, and I mean, without me, their channels are dead. So, with me or anybody else, without drama, their channels are basically dead. I mean, they can say my channels are dead, but I mean, I don't really care. I don't care about views. If I get a lot of views on any of my channels, it's great. I mean, if I get like 300 views, I get 30 views. I don't give a shit. I don't care about my sub count that much. I mean, I'm almost close to 1250 again here on this channel. Gained a few on my Peter fucking Joseph channel. About 15 away from 500. I mean, that's nice, and that's a nice round number, but, I really don't care about how many subs or views or comments I get. It's nice and all, but does it really put money in my pocket? No. Because YouTube does not a job for me, it's just a hobby. And people still don't understand that. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just doing videos for me right now, and for the people that actually want to watch me, not these fake-ass pricks on YouTube that don't have a life, they can't move on, and they seriously need to seek mental help in Jesus. But not everything Jesus can help them. But, I mean, if they want to continue to go down the dark road that they're going on, eventually they're going to get into big trouble with the law, and it's not going to be fun. But, right now I'm striving to be a better person and, not deal with people that don't mean shit to me. I got my circle of friends. That's all I care about, and whatever I say or do on my channels and social media, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't care what people say on their boring as fuck channels about me, because that's all I got, because I can't talk about anything else. But as far as all that, I have no time for it anymore. I'm focused on my mental health right now, getting better, and striving to be a better person as we go into 2024, and not give these insignificant douchebags the time of day. Because they don't, like I said, they don't mean nothing to me. In life itself, they don't mean nothing to me. Because they can't, just let me be. They want to, do their videos and they're not even in the right frame of mind. Who am I to say, what they do on their channel? If it's their channel, they want to act up like immature little babies, then more power to them, but I personally don't care. I'm going to act like myself and be a man. I mean, yeah, I'll go off on things and, do my impressions and stuff like that. It's just satire, and I'm trying to at least entertain some people that, whatever, but fact of the matter is, you don't like me, get off my fucking channel, get out of my life, go fuck yourself. And if you can't do that, like I said, I think you need to check yourself into a mental institution. I know there's not many there, but around anymore. But I think you need to go to a therapist and go to a psychiatrist because you have a major problem. And if you can't get over people like me, I mean, you have like a session with me for like 10, 15 years. I mean, for the love of God, just grow up. I mean, you're going to be in your 40s and 50s and 60s still obsessed with people like me? I mean, seriously? Like, seriously? You know? I mean, I'm about to be 47. You think I want to go back and forth with a bunch of babies? I mean, respect your elders, or you 20, 30-year-old people. Respect your fucking elders. But if you can't do that, then God have mercy on your rotting soul. And that's it. Alright, enough about that. Wasted 16 minutes. I don't care. So, I don't care if you talk about it on your lame as fuck live streams or whatever. I don't care. I don't care because, you know, you have such a hard-on for me. Not even hard, you're pretty much soft. But in any case, you know, I got nothing else to say. Want to keep going with your bullshit, then that's on you. I personally don't care. Because, you know, any video on me, I personally ignore. Any comment on me, I ignore. You know, but if you want to spam people's comment sections with the same BS, you think that's gonna make them block me? I seriously doubt it's gonna work. And that's all you can pretty much do, is just bother them so they can, you know, they can say, hey, I don't want your drama on my channel, so I'm gonna have to block you. I'm sorry, but this and that, you know. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. And there goes the horn. See? I told you. Told you my neighbors are nuts. They have wild parties sometimes. But, you know, I don't, you know, usually when we have, during the summer, they have wild parties and everything. We usually have a block party right around the beginning of August, and it's like, goes on from like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning all the way to like 9, 10 o'clock at night. It's crazy. But, you know, I try to stay home and try to do things, but, you know, if I have to go out, I go out. But, you know, even if I go out just for a walk, like, and my neighbor's like, hey, you want to come over? Come on over, come on. Free food. I'm like, okay, free food. Don't give up on free food, man. If your neighbor's giving you free food, go get it. You know? This is some good music. I mean, you know, one of my neighbors is a DJ. He brings out all his DJ equipment. Plays all those great tunes like the Isley Brothers. No, I'm kidding. Doesn't do that. All the, you know, the pop and the reggae and the reggaeton and all that good stuff, you know. Not that, I mean, there's a lot of people come down, but I mean, nobody's like outside dancing except for they do the stupid cha-cha slide or the electric slide or whatever it is, you know, because that's that. But, and you know, you have the clown, the bounce house for the kiddies, and you know, sometimes they bring a clown to blow up the balloons for the kiddies, or your face painting shit. You know, but yeah, most of the time I'm pretty much chill when the block party happens, or I just leave and I go out to do something else. But most of the time I stay home, and maybe I'll hang out with a couple of my neighbors, hanging out, having some free lunch. But it is what it is. But that's that. So yeah, sorry about the horn. Not once but twice in this video. So what are you gonna do? Anyway, we move on. But like I said before, you know, I'm wasting time. But bottom line is, if you don't like me, I don't personally care. I don't care. Just get off my channel, block me, do your own bullshit. I mean, if it makes you happy, great. But it's pretty much the same lame shit. I mean, do something else on your godforsaken channels. Do something else and talk about the same people, whether it be me or somebody else. Nobody gives a shit. Except for the, you know, the deluded people with warped minds, and, you know, they're like, oh, you're great, when you're not. But, you know, just do something else, and worry about yourself and your channel, and worry about what I do and say on my channels and in my life. Because nobody knows my life, so, and they never will. So, we move on. Alright. And like I said, I don't care if people clip this part of the video. I don't give a shit. Because that's all they can do, is just take things from me illegally, even though I would report it, but I don't care anymore. I don't really care. I don't care. Because that's all you can do, because you got nothing else to talk about. Talk about current events, talk about sports, rather than just critiquing other people's videos, and or even old videos. Who gives a shit? The critique community is garbage as it is. You know, the drama critique community, and I'm not talking about the wrestling community when they react to Smackdown or Raw or any wrestling show or pay-per-view, whatever. Or even the music community that do reactions to music videos and shit. That's different. The drama critique community is pretty much a cesspool of, you know, people that just love drama. Where's that gonna get you in life? Nowhere. So, please, do something else with your life than worry about what other people do on their life and then trying to ruin their lives and their reputation. Because it's not gonna work. They might get knocked down, but they're gonna get right back up again. I mean, I've done it. I've been knocked down, but I get back up every single time. And I move on. But these people can't move on, because they have no fucking lives. Well, that's it. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so, as of this video, I've got a couple of videos coming your way. We got Collision coming up in a little over 2.5 hours. So I want to try to get a couple of videos done before Collision. And then, hopefully get the other videos I need to get done finished up by the end of the night. And then, hopefully, I can keep my Sunday wide open. Like Rebby Sky's legs, but, you know. In any case, we got that. So I've got maybe 3, maybe 4 videos. I meant to do one last night. This particular video last night, but I fell asleep because I was watching Final Battle, and I was watching a media scrum with Tony Khan, man. And that's it. But I'm going to try to get everything done, hopefully tonight. But anyway. Alright, so on video number 1 of a lot, on the Kill Demons channel. Thanks for watching. Once again, my name is Peter Joseph. Talk about the world of professional wrestling. Anything else I feel like talking about. You like it? Good. You don't? Get the fuck out. That's it. Alright, so it is time, after 23 minutes of babbling, it is time for your late and out-of-date WWE Smackdown and AEW Rampage review. Brought it back this time. Alright. For December the 15th, 2023. Alright, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more of your precious time. Not that you're doing anything besides watching my sexy ass. But it is what it is. Alright, so SmackDown last night, pretty good show, pretty solid. Our Tribal Chief. Put up your ones, my friends. Mr. 1203 Days, Mr. Roman Reigns, our Universal Champion, our Tribal Chief, made his triumphant return last night to kind of set things straight with the bloodline and fix things with a certain Viper and stuff like that. As we're rolling on, we're about a month away from the Royal Rumble, so more stuff going into that, to the end of the year. Next week's SmackDown is taped. We already got the results out for that. I thought the 29th was going to be taped as well, but it's actually going to be live. They're doing New Year's Resolution. Remember that pay-per-view? Some of you do, some of you don't. But they're bringing that back as a televised event It's gonna be live like Raw on New Year's Day. They bring back New Year's. Not New Year's. Sorry. Day 1 is gonna be on Monday Night Raw for 3 hours. So December in 13 days from now, SmackDown will be live, going head to head with a live Collision and possibly Rampage, because World's End is on a Saturday night. So SmackDown is gonna obliterate Collision and Rampage once again. Even Tony Khan's like, "Oh, we're not worried about this stuff." Bullshit, you're worried. Stop lying, Tony Khan. Stop capping. But in any case, yeah, so December the 29th, New Year's Resolution Smackdown is gonna happen. I don't know if Roman's gonna be on the show. He is on the show next week. So, just let you know, he's on the show. But that'll probably be the last time we see him until 2 weeks before the Rumble in January, where he will face probably Randy Orton, but from what the spoilers are saying, it might not. But we'll see what happens with that. I'm not going to give too much away for the spoilers for next week. But we will talk about that next week. Monday Night Raw live this Monday. I don't know what they're doing for Christmas. Might be a tape show or just a best of show. Not that anybody's going to watch that. And then they're gearing up for Day 1, the Day 1 edition of Monday Night Raw, to start the 2024 season, and, the year, I should say, not the season, but, we got all that coming away in the next 2 weeks, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so let's get to SmackDown, and SmackDown emanated from the Resch Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Kennedy! Kennedy! Sorry. That's where Mr. Kennedy lives. So yeah. So we're in the shadows of Lambeau Field. The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Where those Packers play. Not that they were in the arena, but they're at the Resch Center in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And our commentary team, as always, not always, but most of the time on Friday Night SmackDown, Mitchell Cole, Corey Slave, and that idiot Kevin Patrick Belove. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we open the show with the only way we know how, and that is, please rise for the national anthem of the Tribal Chief, Mr. Roman Reigns. Let me say like Paul Heyman. The reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion of the world, Roman Reigns. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Wise Man. Anyway, so Roman comes out with the Wise Man, Mr. Paul Heyman, Solo Mibuki, Solo Sikoa, and Jimmy Uso. Yeet. Anyway, so it's Yeet Smackdown, or I guess you can call it Yeet Down. Anyway, so Roman comes out, takes his time, getting in the ring. You know, all the women getting wet in their panties, especially Issa, but that's the most story for a long time. Roman finally gets in the ring, gets the mic from Paul, does what he does. Green Bay! Acknowledge me! And everybody acknowledges the Chief, because if you don't, you're a piece of shit. The crowd boos, and then Roman's like, shut up! Alright, settle down, shut up! So Roman's in a good mood, when is he ever in a bad mood? Anyway, so Roman says it's promotion season, and he's a good tribal chief, because that's what he is. 1,202 days, well, as of that video, 12-2. 1,203 days as champ, so he wants to acknowledge someone who deserves it. Anyway, well, it's not me. I wish it was. Anyway, So Jimmy's in the back, he's nodding like, yeah, it's gonna be me, takes off his jacket, like, yee, it's gonna be me. No, it's not you. Sorry there, Jimmy. So Roman says this person will be the next tribal chief. Jimmy's all like, yeah, he stands up next to Roman's like, yeah, it's gonna be me, And then Roman's like, Jimmy, join me in congratulating your brother, Solo Sikoa. So Jimmy's like, fuck! So Solo's like, damn right. So Roman hugs Solo while Jimmy looks on pissed. Aww. Anyway. And then after that, Randy Orton has monotonous voice! So he comes out, and then we go to break. Why? Why do we go to break? Well, because Roman took up 15 minutes of our time? Come on. Fucking pricks. Anyway, so after the break, Randy gets on the mic, says, for 18 months, I've been thinking about what I'm going to do or what I'm going to say to you, Roman, when I come back. And, what else did he say? Yeah, basically saying, I waited a long time for this, 18 months, a year and a half, after getting double back fusion surgery and all that other shit. But basically, Randy's like, Roman, I'll leave it at this. I'm coming for you, and I'm challenging you for a undisputed Universal title shot at the Royal Rumble. Doesn't matter what I have to go through, I am challenging you for a title shot at the Royal Rumble. So Roman's like, alright, okay. So Roman says, I haven't really thought about you in the last year and a half, and you really haven't done anything to deserve a title shot. That's true, Roman. And then basically says, you can get to the back of the line and wait your turn after I run laps around the entire roster again. So then Roman promises to retire Randy if he keeps fucking with him. So, a little bit testy. So Randy calls Roman, he says, oh, you're the tribal chief, you're like a god. He is. You're in god mode. Despite all that, you can also be called a legend. I'm like, oh no, I know where this is gonna go. And, man, you might be a legend, but I'm a legend killer. I'm like, oh, great. Here we go. So I was like, uh-oh, he's gonna do something. He teases the RKO. Roman's like, oh, shit! Gets out of it really quick, because he can avoid it and counter it. So, Roman avoids it, ends up on his ass. And then Orton tells Roman, before I go, wait a minute. Hold on, the voices in my head are telling me that you just shit your pants. And we see Roman grab his ass. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my god, Roman, come on. Roman checks if he actually crapped his pants. I'm like, really, dude? He wasn't scared. He wasn't. So anyway, Randy kind of laughs and everything. The crowd's like, ah. Then he tells Roman, oh, before I actually go, Daddy's back. And then he walks away and Roman's pissed. The only daddy we have is Roman. So you're not daddy. You're daddy's bitch. That's what you are, Randy. You're daddy's bitch and you're pretty much my bitch because you do a fake-ass fuck Gilmore Cutter. Just saying. Just saying. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. Commentary mentions that Randy has a match with Jimmy Uso. I think we all know how that goes later in the main event. And all that. So I get the first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Smackdown. And that's it. Alright, after that, we go to our first official match of the night. In the quarterfinals of the United States Tournament, we have I Did It, Grayson Waller, taking on the NXT Mystery Man, who was found out to be the man who shoots and, well, sometimes misses, and that is Carmelo Hayes. Him. So we get that. Decent match, not as great as their matches at NXT. Alright, so after a quick spot, Grayson runs into a big-time dropkick from Carmelo, but Waller drops Carmelo with a big right hand, and then Carmelo comes back with a few chops of his own, so they kind of go back and forth for a little bit. Get an inside cradle by Carmelo for a near fall, and then he lands a leg lariat. Ow! And then a cravat knee strikes by Grayson, so he's beating him up, and then Carmelo comes back, surprises him with a Hurricane Rana, and then he gets caught up in the ropes, and then Hayes hits the fade away. That's pretty much it, because he thinks he's balling! Were you MVP? Come on now. Whatever happened to MVP? Did he just, like, fall off the face of the earth? Where's Omos? Oh, who cares about Omos? Omos was on house shows and they forgot about him. Did he get hurt? They just don't have anything creative for him. Not that anybody gives two fucks. I mean, I thought they were going to reform the Hurt Business with MVP, Bobby, Omos, maybe the Street Profits, but I guess that went nowhere. Now, Bobby has the Street Profits with him, and possibly B-Fab. What happened to B-Fab? What happened to B-Fab and, Ashanti the Adonis? I was like, what are you doing with Bobby? I'll tell you what happened. They went back to catering because nobody cares. Get them out of the fucking WWE. They're boring. Get them out. I mean, Top Dollar's doing indie shows now. Nobody cares. I mean, just release Ashanti the Adonis, release B-Fab so they can be with Top Dollar on the indie circuit, because Tony Khan ain't gonna pick him up. If he does, that'd be stupid. Why would Swerve want to get back with Shit Row when he has the Mogul Embassy, with my good friend Prince Nana of the Embassy? Swerve! He's better off with Swerve in the Embassy than Swerve being with, three jobbers, basically. What would you rather be with? Shit Row, or you want to be with Prince Nana in the Embassy making a lot of money? We in the money. We in the money. Do 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 do. I'd rather be with Prince Nana. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Making that money. That's what I would rather be. I wouldn't want to be with three fucking hammer niggers that don't mean shit. In a shit group. I've been in a lot of groups back in my day, in my e-fetting days. The Dynasty, the Purebred Killers. I can't even remember any of the Homicide TNA, not that Homicide, but big ups to Homicide, by the way. There's a group when I was in the XW called Homicide / TNA, which is basically not like TNA, but just a group that we call that. But I think the best group I was in was Dynasty. Good people there. Good fucking people. Took care of me. Even though they kind of threw me out after a while. Even though in reality the group disbanded. Didn't throw me out per se, but the whole group disbanded. So, I mean, I talked to one of them actually in real life. I talked to one of them, those guys. I used to. I don't talk to them anymore, but because we got lives and shit. But in any case, yeah, I don't know what happened to MVP. I don't care what happened to Omos, pretty much. I mean, the last time we saw Omos was on a house show beating the fuck out of Cody. But, that's pretty much it. I don't think they have anything for Omos now. Omos is stuck in obscurity. Sucks to be you, dude. I mean, you had the highest of highs with AJ Styles, tag team champions, and then kind of went down a little bit, got back with MVP. And then had that boring as fuck match at WrestleMania against Braun Strowman. No, not that was WrestleMania, but it wasn't Braun Strowman. I think it was with no, it was with Brock Lesnar. That match wasn't even that fun. I'm like, come on. But anyway, we get that. Blah 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 blah. Waller gets caught in the ropes, get the fadeaway, and then they trade dive attempts. Carmelo clotheslines Grayson over the top rope to the floor. And then, during the break, we see Carmelo tweak his injured knee that he suffered. I don't know when he suffered that. I think it was like in his match with Lexis King at Deadline. So Waller kind of takes advantage of that and hits a rolling thunder flatliner. Carmelo kicks out of that. Carmelo comes back, lands a. When he comes back with some offense, ends with his patented head scissors face buster. Goes for the cover. Grayson kicks out at 2. Carmelo goes up looking for nothing but the bottom of the fucking net. But Grayson cuts him off. Hits an overdrive off the second rope. Wow. Goes to the cover. Carmelo kicks out again at 2. And then Carmelo comes back with a springboard DDT for a near fall. And then Grayson tries to go for the Rolling Thunder Stunner. Hey, that rhymes. But Carmelo avoids that and hits the first 48, whatever that is. Then he goes up top, hits nothing but the bottom of the net. 1, 2, 3, Carmelo Hayes gets the win and he advances to the semifinals of the United States Tournament. Decent match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So Carmelo will face either Kevin Owens or Austin Theory in a match that's coming up next. But we get that. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then after that, speaking of Kevin Owens, we go to Kevin Owens and Austin Theory in the final final quarterfinal match in the United States Tournament. Owens has a special wrap around his hand with his broken wrist, which Theory and Grayson Waller broke 2 weeks ago. So, pretty decent match. Owens starts off by knocking Theory off the apron, hitting that running senton splash of his. Theory rolls out of the ring before Owens can hit that frog splash off the apron. Theory comes back, drops Kevin on the ring apron. Ow! With a leg trap fisherman's buster. Yeesh. We go to break, we come back. Owens comes back, lands that frog splash. Theory kicks out at 2. Then Kev gets another near fall off a basic DDT. Goes to the pop-up powerbomb, but his wrist gave out. But he's good enough to hit a super kick. Then goes up top. And he cuts him off and lands a springboard. Wow. Springboard Spanish fly. Ooh, somebody called Joel Maximo. Anyway. Stealing his move, but, you know. Anyway, Joel, you might want to think about doing a springboard version of that Spanish fly that you invented many moons ago. Owens kicks out of that. And, there then sets up a superplex, but Owens turns it into his patented fisherman's buster off the second rope. And goes for the cover. Theory kicks out at 2. Then the fight spills out of the ring. Theory suplexes Kevin on the barricade. Ow! Owens manages to roll back in to avoid a count out. And then Theory goes up top. Kev knocks him into the tree of woo! Then hits the running cannonball. And knocks Theory for a loop. Tries to go for the stunner. And Theory kicks Owens in his broken wrist. Ow. And then starts working on that a little bit more. Stomping it on the ring steps again to even further injure that hand. Wrist area. But eventually, Kev comes back and hits Austin Theory in the face with the cast. That's legal. Even though it's not, but it's legal. Hits Theory in the face with the cast. And then goes to the pin. 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens gets the win. He has a nice little sinister grin on his face. And that's it. So Kevin Owens goes on to the semifinals, where he will face Carmelo Hayes next week on the program. First time ever match. I'm interested. So we get all that. So I gave Kevin Austin Theory 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And we move on with that. As I don't know where my notes go. My notes disappeared. I hate when that happens. But yeah, Kev versus Carmelo next week should be a banger. We got Santos Escobar and Bobby Lashley this coming Friday night on Smackdown. And we got all that and a whole lot more. Alright. Give me a second, guys. I apologize. My computer's old, I know. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? So hopefully I can get my freaking notes back. My computer's taking a dump. But we got that. Alright, now I got it back. Here we go. Alright, so Kevin Owens is your winner. And like I said, the match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on with that. Alright, after that, we get a video from Damage Control. We have Bailey. Give me a hug. Mostly talking, kind of praising the group, praising herself, praising Asuka, Kairi, and Io, and saying, basically say, well, Io is the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Asuka and Kairi, the Kabuki Warriors, are looking to get the Women's Tag Team belts, and I'm gonna enter the Royal Rumble, and I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna defeat Rhea Ripley. So you're not going after Io yet, yet, not yeet, but yet. So we get that, and then we hear Asuka basically talking in Japanese, turning me on, and basically nobody is ready for Damage Control, and Kairi saying the same thing. You sexy bitches. Oh yes, oh yes. Oh, you gotta love it. You wish you had an Asian triple threat like I do. Eat it and suck it hard, my friends. But I digress on that. Alright, so we get that. So Bailey is the first entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble. We got that. And Kairi and Kairi and Asuka looking to get a Women's Tag Team title shot, and Io's just looking pretty, as always. And we got that. Alright, speaking of Asuka and Kairi, we go to our next match on the card. So we got Asuka and Kairi, the reunited Kabuki Warriors. And the theme is brought back. They take on Mia Yim, or Mia Yim, and Zelina Vega. This came about from last week after Mia and Zelina attacked Kairi and Asuka after, not Kairi and Asuka, Kairi and Io and company, to get them out of the way as Asuka was facing Charlotte Flair, who is now out 9 months with a torn ACL and MCL in her leg. Oh, that's a big hit for the women's division. So now they have to go to Plan B, which Plan A was supposed to be Becky and Charlotte reuniting to go after the tag team belts and win them, and then I think they were going to face Asuka and Kairi either at the Royal Rumble or maybe by WrestleMania time for those women's tag team belts, but now looks like Kairi and Asuka are going to win the belts probably from Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I don't know when, maybe before before or at the Royal Rumble, and then they're gonna hold him for a little bit, and then the eventual turn. They throw out Bailey, they throw out Dakota Kai, and then Bailey, has to call most likely will call Becky, Sasha Banks, possibly coming back because she found out about AEW's women's division, how bad it is. Tony Khan, not even Tony Khan, Kenny's out indefinitely with his injuries. I hope him and Charlotte, I hope have speedy recoveries, and we'll get that. But anyway, we get that. So get to this match. Was what it was. I figured the ending was going to be chicanery, but you move on. So it starts out with Mia and Zelina attacking Kairi and Asuka from behind. Before the break, we go to break, and then we come back. Asuka and Kairi working together over Mia Yim. Kairi crushes Mia with a sliding, diving elbow. That's nice. Goes to cover, Mia kicks out of that. And then Asuka and Kairi continue to work over Mia Yim as we see the lovely Dakota Kai at ringside supporting them. Yay! You're good. Eventually, Mia gets the hot tag to Zelina Vega, who clears the ring. Then she hits the 619 on Kairi. It was Kairi. But then, she gets up and looks for Code Red. But Kairi, they go back and forth a little bit, kind of countering each other. And then Kairi, out of nowhere, BAM! Woo! That wicked back fist of hers. Way better than Eddie Kingston, by the way. But she dropped Zelina. She fell like a brick house. Brick house. And knocked her the fuck out. And then Asuka comes in, because I think she was the legal woman, and traps Zelina in the Asuka lock. But Zelina turned it into a pinning combination for a near fall as Kairi broke it up. And then Kairi takes Zelina outside the ring and then slams her right on the announce desk. Ow! And then Kairi distracts the referee as we see Bailey come in from the other side of the ring as Mia Yim goes up top. And Bailey, you did good this time, pushes Mia Yim off the top rope. And then Asuka's laying in wait. And then Asuka hits that buzzsaw kick of hers. Knocks Mia the fuck out. And then Kairi tags in, hits that insane elbow. Probably one of the best elbows in the business. Sorry, Randy. Ooh, yeah, it's fine. My elbow is always great. Yeah, you have the best men's elbow in the business, but Kairi's a little bit better than yours, Randy. Do you think so, Liz?
I don't know, Mr. Gilmore. I think it's pretty nice, Randy.
Miss Elizabeth, you shut up! Randy, calm down. You be nice to Liz. Well, maybe kick your ass. You respect her. I'm sorry, Liz, for him. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's fine. Okay.
Anyway, yeah. But yeah, Randy Savage might have the best elbow drop in the men's division, but the women, there is nobody that can do a better elbow drop than Kairi fucking Sane. I don't care what anybody says. You show me somebody that can do a better elbow drop than Kairi. Anybody in any wrestling promotion, an indie promotion, they can't do it way better than her. I'm sorry. Kairi is just amazing. In and out of the ring, if you know what I mean. But I digress. Anyway, so Kairi gets the win for her team with the insane elbow. So the Kabuki Warriors get the win. The match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Bailey's like, I did that. Yeah, you did. Hey, 2 weeks in a row, you didn't fuck up. Let's keep it that way. But I think reality will set in and she's gonna fuck up somehow. And either cost Io the women's championship, probably against Bianca or somebody. And then she's gonna get kicked out. Dakota Kai probably get kicked out. The Black Lotus Triad will be in full force. And then eventually, Bayley will probably get Sasha back. And then Becky, and then probably at WrestleMania, we'll probably get a 6-woman tag team match with pretty much 3/4 of the 4 horsewomen against the Black Lotus Triad. And then probably win, too, because you know how they don't like to give Asuka the win at WrestleMania. She's 0-6, so they'll probably be 0-7 this year. Next year, it's like. Why? Give Asuka a fucking win, for Christ's sake. But I digress. Alright, so we get that. We did see a segment with Carmelo Hayes and Kevin Owens. Kevin's talking to Kayla, looking fine, by the way. Ask him about, first time meeting Carmelo, first time facing him, and wanted to know, what do you do? How do you approach facing somebody for the first time? I was like, oh, that's a good question. So, talks about Melo and everything, then Melo comes in. He says, I respect you, Kevin, but, that U.S. title will look better on me than it will look better on you. And then Kevin's like, alright, we'll see. See you next week. But that match is going to be a banger next week. I can't wait for it, man. It's going to be good. And then you got Santos and Bobby. It should be a pretty good match, too. So we're going to get the finals of that at New Year's Revolution Smackdown on December the 29th. So, and the winner of that will face Logan Paul, that schmuck, for the United States title at the Royal Rumble. So, could be any 4 of those guys, but we'll see what happens with that. But I think, logically, it's going to be Kevin Owens. Logically. But we'll see. But, we'll see. Alright, that's it. I don't think anything else that I missed. If I can remember, because I'm trying to think, because I don't have some of it. I don't remember on my notes. We did get a video for Santos and Bobby, so they're gonna meet next week, and then we find out the card for next week, which is basically that Santos versus Bobby Lashley, and then Kevin Owens versus Carmelo Hayes in the semifinals. And we got a special Holiday Havoc match. Not Halloween Havoc, but Holiday Havoc 8-woman tag team match. We got Bianca Belair, Shotzi, and I don't even know who. But I forgot who they're teaming with. I don't really care. They're taking on Damage Control, Bayley, Asuka, Kairi, and Io. With Dakota Kai at ringside. See what happens with that situation, and that's pretty much it for that. Randy will be on the show next week. A certain guy named Roman will be on the show. Jimmy, the Bloodline will be on the show. All that good stuff coming away this Friday night on Taped Smackdown. So you get Taped Smackdown and Taped Rampage next week. Not fun, but at least you get something on Friday night. But that's that. Alright, let's quickly get to the main event of SmackDown. We got Jimmy Uso taking on Randy Orton in his monotonous voice. Pretty decent match. I think we all know the ending to the match. So it starts with Jimmy charging into the ring, and then Randy kicks him in the gut. Sets up the draping DDT, but Jimmy avoided it real quick and retreated out of the ring to catch himself. As we go to break, we come back. Randy suplexes Jimmy on the announce desk, not once, but twice. And that shit had to hurt. I mean, legit had to hurt. And then Orton works over Jimmy. Jimmy starts coming back. Orton sets off with that DDT again, but Jimmy sends Orton over the top rope. Orton lands on the floor, clutching his knee. Uh-oh. That's not good. Don't need Randy to be, come back, and 2 weeks later he's hurt again. So we go to break. Orton catches Jimmy with a clothesline. Tries that patented power slam of his. Jimmy avoids that, just to end up running back into it anyway, on the second try. Then Orton goes vintage Orton with the draping DDT, the Demon DDT. Then he calls for the Gilmore Cutter, And then we hear the music of Soto Mibuki as he walks to the ring. But before he can even get there, we hear the music of Eli Drake. That's not an insult. That's a fact of life. Also, him and Randy had a segment early in the show saying, "Here, get out of my way" and everything. Like, I'm gonna beat Roman and take everything from him before you can do it, Randy. So Eli comes out, takes care of Solo. They brawl in the aisleway, and that kind of causes a distraction. And Jimmy runs right into a Gilmore Cutter. Bang. And that's pretty much it. Randy Orton is your winner. Once again, for the third week in a row, I think the second or third week in a row, Jimmy gets caught with the Gilmore Cutter. And that's pretty much it. So Randy Orton is your winner. The match gave 3 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Randy and Eli are kind of like yelling at each other. It's like, "I didn't need your help. I see what you did." So we get that, and looks like Eli was gonna walk to the ring, maybe settle it in the ring with Randy, but gets attacked from behind by Roman, knocks him down, and then Randy and Roman have another standoff. So Roman's like, "Oh, you want me to you want a piece of me?" He gets to the ring, they start brawling. Orton kind of wins that exchange, knocking Roman into the corner, and then Jimmy comes back in, attacks Randy from behind. Solo Reigns puts Orton in the guillotine choke while Jimmy's beating the fuck out of him. Solo comes in. Eventually, we get a 3-on-2 beatdown, and then Eli comes to the ring, tries to make the save, but Solo took care of him with a forearm shot. And then they go back to work with a 3-on-2 beatdown. And then we hear the music of the Phenomenal One. He's back. The Phenomenal AJ Styles. Bang. So AJ is back. Black freaking shirt. He appears behind the bloodline. Then he hits the Phenomenal Forearm on Roman to knock him down. Then he starts punching him. You son of a bitch. Clears the ring with Orton and Eli. Clear the ring of the bloodline. And then AJ, Eli, and Orton stand side by side. Randy's like, "Oh, I got you now." And AJ looks fucking jacked. I mean, he is jacked. I'm like, damn. That, month that you were out, man, you hit the gym? Or did you take those steroids, brother? No, he probably hit the gym. I don't think AJ would be that dumb to take steroids to get that jacked. But he looks, holy shit, he looks in great shape. Probably the best I've seen of AJ in a long time. I mean, I haven't seen him that jacked since TNA. But, yeah, he looks great. So they're side by side. Orton's, yelling at Roman. Eli's like, "Yeah, TikTok. Like, oh, speaking of TikTok, Killer Cross had a freaking epic video. They're showing him, we would see when he did those indie vignettes, like the Hitman and shit. So, basically he's saying that he's being recycled. Whatever that means. And then somebody on Twitter said, "Who's that in the shadows?" I'm like, I didn't see nobody. It's the devil! No, it's not the devil. So Killer Cross is getting recycled. Yeah, maybe they should do this version of Killer Cross. He looks like a hitman and everything. But, they'll fuck that up. But, I don't know. But, anyway, so Eli's going like this, it's like, the clock's ticking on it, Roman. And then kind of bumps AJ. He kind of took offense to that. And then AJ grabs Eli and knocks him out with, I think it was a clothesline or a punch. Knocks him out. Orton's like, "Oh well." And then AJ gets out of the ring. I thought he was going to join the bloodline for a second. I was like, wait, what? Are you joining the bloodline? you attacked Roman, but why? Why would you attack Roman and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, Roman, can I join the bloodline? You know, like, that makes no sense. So, AJ leaves the ring and walks past the bloodline. We're like, the fuck just happened here? And that's it. So that ends Smackdown really weirdly. So AJ is back to get his revenge after what Jimmy and Solo did to him about a month or so ago. So, I mean, we'll have to see what happens with that, but now he kind of turned heel and attacked Eli for no apparent reason. So, maybe they're setting up at the Royal Rumble Eli versus AJ. I don't know if they're going to do the match then, or they're going to do it on SmackDown, and then both men are going to enter the Rumble. Not that they're going to win. Everybody thinks Cody's going to win. No, Cody ain't winning again. Why would you do back-to-back? Was it Stone Cold Steve Austin? Back-to-back? Or Hogan? Back-to-back? I mean, come on. We really don't want to see Cody win the Rumble. I really don't want Cody to win the Rumble. I really don't. I think if anybody wins the Rumble, it's probably going to be Punk, obviously. Punk's going to win the Rumble, or they might do a WrestleMania 10, thing where, they're not going to do the tournament, obviously, what they did at that show, where they had Lex Luger and Bret Hart, co-win the Royal Rumble that year, and then, in turn, Bret had that great match with Owen, and then later on, Bret had a match with eventually he had a match with Yokozuna for the WWF title at the time. He wins it back. He had it, lost to Yokozuna, won it back at WrestleMania 10, and then lost it again. I think to Yokozuna again, but I forget who. But anyway, and then Lexi lost, I forget to who, thanks to Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, the late great Kurt Hennig. And but anyway, forget that, and that's it. So we'll see what happens with that on SmackDown next week. It's taped. All the results are already out now. So if you want to go look at it, go ahead. But if you want to not be spoiled, then watch it this Friday night, and that's it. All right. We'll end the SmackDown there. Alright, after that, let's quickly get to Rampage, and hopefully we can get it done quick, because I want to get, I'm going to try to get NXT, actually I'm going to do NXT, maybe after Collision, get that out of the way, and then late tonight, on your late night edition of Collision, we'll do Collision, so after this video, I will do my, Ring of Honor Final Battle, review over on my Peter Joseph channel, and get that done. And if I have enough time, maybe I can get I doubt I'll get the NXT review because it's gonna be long. So probably after my next video, I'm gonna take a little break, and then I'm gonna watch Collision, and then after Collision goes off the air, I will do my NXT review and then Collision review. And that's pretty much it. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. One second. Sorry, I just got a notification. I guess just checking my notifications. Alright, other than that, alright, let's try to get to SmackDown, and once again, alright, if I can't get it here, I have to try to get it on my phone. Alright. Alright, let's see. what happens with that. All right, let's go. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's quickly go to Rampage. Rampage was actually pretty damn good. Great main event with the Luchadors, Commander Pentagon Zero Miedo, and El Hijo the Vikingo against Top Flight Darius and Dante Martin and Action Andretti. Great main event. Probably the best main event Rampage has ever had in a while, I should say. So anyway, all right. So Smackdown, Rampage emanated from Arlington, Texas, at the College Park Center. Excalibur, the man behind the mask, Excalibur, Tony Baloney Schiavone, and they shut beyond Chris Jericho this time on commentary instead of the usual Friday nights. But we get that. So we start off Rampage with a 6-man tag team match. I thought it was going to be an 8-man tag, but anyway. So we had the Jericho Appreciation Society of Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. You want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You want to know? You can ask him yourself on his podcast and on his YouTube channel. His partner, Cool Hand, Angelo Parker, and the man who used to wear a purple hat, that's Jake Hager, Weed. The People, smokes more weed than other people I know. Well, besides Booker T. And Thea Hale. But anyway, so basically the Jericho Appreciation Society take on the International Champion, freshly squeezed orange juice, Orange Cassidy, and he comes out with Mr. Denhausen! I will curse you. So he comes out and he teams up with Texas' own the Von Erichs, Marshall and Ross Von Erich. So kind of a crazy match, galore, but eventually getting to the end. Orange Cassidy with the Stun Dog Millionaire on Jake Hager as Ross and Marshall hit double drop kicks on him outside and send him outside the ring. Angelo Parker rolls up Marshall from behind, but doesn't gets a near fall out of that. And then he tries again and failed as Marshall reversed it. 1, 2, 3. Orange Cassidy and the Von Erichs get the win in about 7 minutes. Excuse me. And pretty decent match. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, the Jericho Appreciation Society get pissy. They ambush the Von Erichs and Orange Cassidy. Mr. Denhausen tries to come in and curse you, but it backfired and failed. And he's about to get jumped by Jake Hager, and then we hear the music of the Von Erichs again, and then their father, I think that's their father, Kevin Von Erich, the legend that he is, he comes in, and him and his sons come in, and they hit the Iron Claw! Nobody can stop the claw! Blah! So they hit stereo claws, and Kevin basically almost caves in freaking Jake Hager's skull with the Iron Claw. And that's it. The fans going nuts. But that's that. And then the Von Erichs were on Final Battle, and they beat the Outrunners, Magnum and Floyd. There you go. So I would really like Tony Khan to sign the Von Erichs, put them in the tag team division. How about put them on Ring of Honor? Put them in Ring of Honor. I mean, how many more tag teams do you actually need? But just saying, I would love to see Ross and Marshall Von Erich on Dynamite or Ring of Honor, or maybe not so much Rampage and Collision, but I'd love for them to be in a tag team division. I mean, showcase them a little bit more. I mean, they're the sons of a legend in Kevin Von Erich, even though, the Von Erich curse is still going around. But, Kevin's the last of the original Von Erichs. I think there's one more. I'm not sure that's still alive, but I think Kevin's. I know is the actual. I think Kevin's the only living member of the original Von Erichs, because Fritz died. Kerry Von Erich died. David Von Erich died, I believe, and then there's another one that died too. So Von Erich's got a curse. I've been cursed more than the Hart family. Sad, but great to see Kevin look. Von Erich looks good for his age. I think he's like 70 years old now, 70 or 80 years old. Still can do the Iron Claw, but now his sons Ross and Marshall. We've seen him before. I think we saw him, the last time we saw him was in AEW. I forget when though, but they did pretty good there. I think they were Forbidden Door. I forget where we were at, but they did pretty good. So it would be nice for them to get showcased a little bit more instead of them coming, anytime AEW's in freaking Texas. They might be on Collision tonight. Who knows? Because they're in San Antonio. So we'll see. Alright, so I gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the back. Cameras catch up with the Funky Chicken, Mark Briscoe. And as always, we have to pay homage to the man himself, Jay Briscoe. You great man, you. Reach for the sky, boy. It's gonna be crazy as shit. Buck wild. Anyway. So we catch up with him to find out what's next for him after being eliminated from the Continental Classic, even though he's facing Jay Lethal on Wednesday night. So Mark talks about powering forward, and, it's like, I might be knocked down, but, I'm going to get back up. Then he runs into Team Jarrett, Jarrett, J-E-W-F-J-A-R-E-T-T. Yes, Jarrett. Sanjay Dutt, the original player from the Himalaya. Black Machismo, oh yeah. Jay Lethal's there. And Karen Jarrett, the original Karen. So Lethal kind of bumps into Mark and basically tells his entourage to back off. He wants to talk to Mark alone because they have so much history together. So Jay's like, I'm humbled. I'm looking forward to facing my best friend in the whole wide world next week. And it's going to be an honor facing you. And kind of something you don't see from Jay Lethal these days. He's all like, oh, I'm going to beat you, this and that. I don't give a crap. So maybe Jay Lethal's turning face? I don't know. But, great to see Mark and Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal go at it. I think the last time I saw them, besides on TV, live, was at Best in the World. No, it wasn't Best in the World. It was after Best in the World. I think they had that TV title match. No, it was for the TV title at Best in the World, because I remember Jay Lethal had to do it twice. So Jay Lethal had to face Mark and Jay in separate matches, which was crazy. Great match with Mark for the TV title. He kept the belt, obviously. And Jay Lethal's parents were there, too. Great people, though. And then freaking that epic match in 2015. The match of the year, by the way. At Best in the World 2015, Jay Lethal and Jay Briscoe unification match for the Ring of Honor title and the Ring of Honor TV title. And then right after that, Jay Lethal went on a 400 and some odd day run with the world title and the TV title. Held both of them for over a year, which then got eclipsed. The TV title got eclipsed by Samoa Joe. Almost went 2 years with the belt. The world title, I think ended at 426, I believe, somewhere around there. So he didn't hold that for that long. He held it for a little over a year and a half. So, but a good run, very good run. Lots of good matches in all of that. His matches with Grotti. And that's that. And we move on. Alright, that's that. Alright, so we have Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal this Wednesday night in a meaningless Continental Classic match. But should be good, though. should be good for a former Ring of Honor World Champion, Tag Team Champion. He's done it all. Grand Slam Champion, Jay Lethal. And then you got Mark, 13-time Tag Team Champion. Gonna be great, and we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, match number 2, 45-second dump match, garbage match, squash match, whatever you want to call it. We had the Don Callis family of Powerhouse, Will Hobbs, and Katsuki Takeshita, or Takeshita. They take on some team, some Hammer team, Hunter Gray and Paul Titan. Basically whipped the crap out of them, 45 seconds. That was it. Clotheslines, Spine Buster by Powerhouse. Basically, Takeshita didn't even do shit. It was just Powerhouse in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Takeshita was like, standing there, Don Callis doing nothing. That was it, so I gave that a dud, 0. So I didn't really give 2 shits about it. And then Don Callis gets on a mic, tells the crowd how Jericho and Kenny came to be out of fear. But as far as he's concerned, Jericho's trying to run and hide in the tag team division. But that's no problem. The the Callis family is now in the tag team division. And then he reveals, in the future, basically they're going to pull the Freebird rule, or what he calls the Don Callis family rules match, or rules, whatever. It says that any 2 members of the Don Callis family will go into action and can beat Kenny and Jericho. So that's that. They didn't reference Kenny's surgery. That's why he's out indefinitely right now. So, because it happened before even Dynamite was on the air. We found out like the next night. Actually, we found out that day, but they didn't really mention it that day. It was mentioned after Dynamite because Kenny was on Dynamite Live. So this happened after Dynamite. So they couldn't really, splice it in or anything like that, because I think Rampage was taped after Dynamite anyway. They could have done it, but I don't know why they didn't mention it, but it's probably not enough time to splice it in or whatever. Oh well, they'll probably mention it tonight on Collision, coming up in about an hour and a half from now. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so the whole thing I gave, the match I gave a dud, the promo from Don I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Alright, match number 3, we get to the death slot. And we go to the women, and we have Anna Jay, the woman with a fat ass and a mean attitude that's pretty much sucking Jack Perry off. That's probably why he's out. No. Anyway, Anna Jay takes on Red Velvet from your mama's kitchen. And it was a pretty decent match. They go back to Anna Jay winning her first match when she debuted in the Dark Order. This was during the pandemic era, around 2020, early 2021, I believe. Anna Jay beat Red Velvet with the Queenslayer, and basically did it again. So Anna Jay won with the Queenslayer on Red Velvet, and match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. About a 7-minute match. And then Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard came out. And like commentary was talking about that Matt Maynard might have a thing, like a romantic thing for Anna Jay. Because I guess he's jealous that Angelo Parker is, having feelings for Ruby Soho. But that's an actual real life thing. But, hey, Daddy Magic, Mr. Matt Maynard, aren't you married? Are you going to try to get with Anna Jay who's going out with Jungle Boy, who could be the devil? I would watch out. You might get put through glass. Real glass. Cry me a river. But we'll see what happens with that. So, yeah. So, anyway, Anna Jay gets the win. Matt Maynard wasn't there to begin with, but he comes out after the match, hugs Anna Jay, like, oh, you did good. That's that. And we move on from all that. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. Great main event. We got Pentagon Zero Miedo Commander and the AAA Mega Champion, who retained the belt against Black Toulouse at Final Battle. That's El Hijo de Vikingo with Alex Abrahantes at ringside. They take on Darius and Dante Martin of Top Flight and Action Andretti. This was a fabulous match. Lots of high flippy dippity doos. There was a little bit of a botch here and there. Darius actually El Vikingo botched a Code Red. And he did a little bit botching last night, too, because he was trying to do that one of those step-up flippy-dippity-doos, and he had to do it like 3 times. But he eventually hit it. But, you know, crowd loved him, and then the match was pretty decent. But that's that. But we get near the end, and all these flippy-dippity-doos, depending on if Dante begin chopping the living crap out of each other. And then all 6 men are in the ring, chopping each other to death. And then we get some super kicks, clotheslines, kip ups, oh my. And then, you know, kind of gets a little bit funny. And then Commander gets caught by Darius. And then Action Andretti, all throws. Oh, wait, no. Let me read that again. Commander gets caught by Darius. And then Action Andretti from off the ropes as Dante spikes him. 1, 2, 3. So Action Andretti and Top Flight get the win over the Luchadors. Pretty damn good match. I get 3.5 out of 5 stars. The crowd loved it. 15-minute match to end the show. And then afterwards, Code of Honor. You love to see it. And that's pretty much it. So great main event. You know, lots of flippy dippity doos and all that shit that you love to see. But you know, a great main event and a pretty solid Rampage. So that's pretty much it. So Smackdown, I gave a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And Rampage, I gave a solid 6.25 out of 10 stars. I thought it was a little bitty, you know, there's little parts that weren't so good, Al, but still, pretty solid show for Rampage. Probably one of the few solid shows I've had in a while. But, you know, Dynamite was number 1 in cable. Didn't do great in the ratings, though. I think they went up a little bit. I think it went up to 845 or something like that this week. Don't know what SmackDown did yet, and Rampage. Probably get that later tonight or tomorrow, along with Collision probably by Monday, what the ratings are. But, you know, still, 2 pretty good shows. So once again, SmackDown gets 7 out of 10 stars, and I gave Rampage 6.25 out of 10 stars. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. What you think of both shows. And that's it. Alright, so I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to get ready for my Ring of Honor Final Battle review. And then after that, we're going to go right into Collision. And then after Collision, I will do my NXT review. And then after that, probably little later than that, probably around midnight or later, I will do my AEW Collision review right here on the channel. So, hopefully a fatal 4-way tonight. So, please hit that bell. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything from tonight and up to the end of the year. And that's pretty much it for that. So, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your Cocoot. And if you're not down with that, that's just too fucking bad, my friends, because me and everybody else that are way better than you, and you fucking know it, we got 3 words for you. And you better remember it, because it's going to be embedded in your brains for the rest of your fucking life. And in the afterlife, too. You know what those 3 words are, my friends? Fuck you, man. Adios, everybody. Until next time. Peace.